Good morning everyone, it's Sunday, it's long distance trip time with the BMW i4 M60. I'm gonna do a different trip today. We're driving 500 kilometers because I bring the car back today. I picked it up in Munich and they're open 24/7, 365 days a year. And I bring it back today because I had a stone chip on the glass last Sunday, and then from Monday to I don't know what night it went to 30 centimeters, a little thing in there, and that's not good. And I talked to BMW and they said you bring it back as early as you can. And since this is my last video, last test with the car, I combine this and it's easier for me too, because then I don't have to drive again. So we're doing this 500 kilometers. I planned my trip with a better route planner. I'm sorry with my eyes, I'm totally allergic today. Something's flying, my eyes are swollen, and running it's okay. I planned my trip with a better route planner. First charging stop is Ionity Altdorf, and then Ionity Schepach, Jettingen Schepach, and then we go to Munich. That's it, 2 times charging, around 500 kilometers. It is 5 degrees out there. I'm gonna drive 140. First charging stop, it thinks I arrive with 39%. Wonderful. Show you a bit inside, head-up display, cockpit. I have it on this view because I love the speed in the middle. When you have anything in the middle, the speed is on the left bottom. I'm not a fan of that, and I don't need anything. Here is my trip data so far, 100 kilometers. I'm in 100 kilometers an hour zone. My heat is on 21.5 in auto, and that's it. I'm still allergic, but I'm a bit better. It now thinks I arrive with 37%, still 78 kilometers to go. Arrived here with 34%, got 180 kilowatt. But now it's already down to 160. This is my trip data. Let's see the whole thing. And I already planned my next trip. Where are we? I have to go in here so you can see the whole trip. What is this? No. We're going all the way around. We started around here. It's again 180 something kilometers. And so I have to charge to, I will calculate. Look at the mess that people leave behind. And this is not people that charge here. There's a McDonald's a few hundred meters away and they get their food, come here and then make a mess. So windy and cold. There was a great drive. No traffic at all. It was amazing. I really enjoyed that. The car is good on a long distance trip. The seats are not the most comfortable one, but we're gonna talk about it in detail anyways. But that was great. And then we charge. I think I charge as much as what the infotainment system says. If you want to charge for free, the easiest way is to use Encharge. Encharge is an app, you install it on your phone, and when you are at the charger, you rate the charger, you give information about the charger, and for this you get kilometers and stars, and these you can exchange for charging credit. And in France and Germany, you can use the app right away to start charging at a charger. Use the link in the description below to get 20 kilometers to start with. If you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I started vlogging on my 3rd channel, Behind the Battery. So everything that happens around the car, or if I get new info about something, really awesome. Subscribe and watch. I charged to 76%. We're going off the highway soon here because it's a different route than last usually, and it was 213 kilometers to the next charger, so I was wrong because it was a different trip. Because I'm driving a bit all highway around it, it's 500 kilometers in the end, but we're going off here. And when you have navigated and you have to go out, it slows down before, so you feel it. Huh. How do I turn it off? There, where do I have to go? I think Nürnberg Süd, not Prague, right? Yeah. And we'll see if navigation thinks I will arrive with 10%. The question is, does it take the speed that I was doing, 140, or is it an automatic thing? You're driving 130. So we'll see. I'm just gonna drive 135 and then we'll see what it says. I bet a route planner in the planning said I should charge to 79% and I was out of 3%. I have around 100 kilometers to go. It thinks now I will arrive with 9%, but I also accelerated twice to 200 because it was fun. I'm in an 80 zone right now. Construction in 76 kilometers. I have to change highways. Drive is amazing and driving the 140 is fine. And it even thinks I have an average speed of around 128, 129, so amazing. Great drive. I arrived here with 7%, get 202 kilowatt. My driving data, and I only have 103 kilometers to go. Yeah, I've been here before because when I drove with the Audi S6 Avant, when I did the long distance trip to Munich because of the IAA, the Munich Motor Show. And so I don't have to charge too much, but I don't want to give them the car with 10%, so I charge 5% more or so because it's charging great in the low percentage anyways. Look, because of the cable theft. Do you think that's true? Or it's just a lie? And then people have no idea and then they don't want to do it. It's a good idea because the people who steal these things are usually not, it's not organized crime. I charged to 46%, should arrive with 14%, 98 kilometers to go. So how is the BMW i4 M60 on a long distance trip? Let's go start with the comfort. So it is not the most sporty car, but also not very comfortable. The seats I find very hard. The seat heater is barely doing anything. The steering wheel heater as well. I had that on in the morning and it gets warm, but not hot, just slightly warm. It's a bit weird. Climate overall is fine. Navigation is nice, shows me everything. What is weird with the navigation is that when you plan a trip at a certain state of charge while you're charging, and then the state of charge goes up, the state of charge at arrival doesn't move. I had to stop navigating, navigate it again, and then it worked when it showed that I can't reach it. That's weird. I don't know why that is. Consumption is okay, not amazing for a sports car. It's okay. Steering is fine. Power is amazing. I didn't use it today though. And cruise control is great. I have it again on the adjust automatically, and it does it really well. It accelerates maybe a bit too strong and slows a bit too fast down, but other than that it's good. And the steering assist is phenomenal. Already said that. I love it very much, but again, it's not very comfortable in here, but I'm okay. Cindy hates the seats because they're so long for her since she is so short. She said it's a horrible car to drive for her. Not even just passenger, it's also for driving. I'm on my last stretch. 51 kilometers to go, 27 minutes. Consumption went a bit up. I'm driving my 140 again. Before, I forgot to say that when I was the last 80 kilometers, I drove 135 and then even 130 to the last charger there because I went under 9% to 8 and then even to 7, and I didn't want to arrive with a lower state of charge. But it's a very busy highway here. This is the highway into Munich, and a lot of crazy people driving as usual, like me. It's 11:15 and my trip data. Let's analyze the drive. Average consumption 26.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Car showed 290.2 kilometers. Real kilometers was 502. I didn't see it was so much off, but I did it with Google Maps the whole trip exactly. Okay, it took me 4 hours and 28 minutes. I didn't take a pee break or anything. And average speed is 112 kilometers an hour, including charging. And this doesn't sound amazing for this car, but I had, because of the chargers that I used, for me Ionity is just cheaper, and I don't get 3 or 4 charging providers in Germany to charge cheaper because it costs a fortune. And the first charger I just arrived with a way too high state of charge. This is a car like a lot of EVs are, where you have to arrive with 15 or under %, and then you get amazing charging power, and you don't want to charge more than to 60%. Because if we look at the charging session, first was 34 to 76%. So if I would have arrived with 10%, and then the next charger would not be 213 kilometers away, but 170, it would have charged to 65 or 60%. It would have been way faster, and you can see that 19 minutes for 35 kilowatt hours, average power of 111 kilowatt, and he preheated the battery. Second time I arrived with 7% charged to 46%, and then I get an average of 165, which is way better. And we saw the charging curve in my charging video, goes right to 200 kilowatt, peak 208, and then slowly going down. And this is what I had. Charged 68 kilowatt hours, 31 minutes. This does not include the ending, but the car was great on a long distance trip. I think it charges okay. It all depends how you arrive at the charger, and I screwed that up because it was a different route. If it would have been my normal route, I would have charged at a different charger, where I would have arrived under 10% or so. That's why I usually take that drive, because it's better, but this time it wasn't. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, but that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.